Breaking news, friends. Sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, what the hell is going on? I thought this meme was dead. They're cheating, friends. They're cheating. Breaking news. The SEC has now green-lighted an Ethereum futures ETF mysteriously right after they tell us all at the same time that 1, Elon sells Bitcoin and betrays us. 2, Evergrande defaults again. 3, they say Tether has worries because Tether had some books that had some yield gaining from Evergrande too. They're telling us all this bad news. All of us capitulate. And then after this, they just announced they've green-lighted Ethereum futures ETF. I don't know what to tell you anymore. I've been telling you right now, there's some sort of sick, twisted, deep state inside. I don't know what they are. Some sort of reptilians. Maybe they have multiple lives. Something weird's going on. Interdimensional, intergalactic, unicorn, fairy dust, cosmos, God, Buddha, Allah. I don't know what's going on. I'm just telling you right now, this meme is never going to die. All right, shout out to Bizanacci if you're listening out there. I want everybody, please, we got to summon Bizanacci one more time. We need this man out here. This is classic scamming. How I came into crypto back in 2018, friends. This is monthly candles for Bitcoin. When I came in, I learned the will of the memes. I learned everything and what happened in terms of everything. There's planned FUD, and it was true. I didn't believe it. My friends sat me down. They go, listen, my friend saw me. I said, yes, my friends. They said, look, crypto works like this. You just sit here one day, and then all of a sudden, all this bad news comes out. Bang, 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 bang. And you're like, I'm thinking, it's probably just a coincidence. I go, nah, it's all planned. And I'm thinking, nah, you conspiracy theory nuts. It's true, friends. It is planned. It is planned, okay? It is planned. They know what's happening in the future. They do this manipulation, scamming stuff. It is true. But we see it so far apart that us here every day, every minute of the day, when I get to experience it, it's true and it's real. But for everybody else sitting there, all they're seeing is just like candle go down, candle go up. But we were here. You all saw it. I literally have breaking news. All the bad stuff is happening. It's over. And then no, breaking news again. Ethereum futures ETF coming. So if you want to laugh as well, okay, Michael Saylor is a Chad at buying tops. Absolutely insane. So he bought the top of that swing once again. So he's literally done this over 6 times now. This was Michael Saylor's announcement. They bought 467 Bitcoin, acquired $14 million, 152,800 Bitcoin. This is big problems for them. They're going to be dumping along that way up. I promise you right now, you can't have a company who doesn't make any money. Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy's profit is now dependent upon the shilling of Bitcoin completely. Like, there's no other income. Yeah, they have a company, but I think it's not doing that well. So they will have to sell and pay off their debts at the end of the day. And it's just funny that it's just some sort of bad curse omen whenever it happens. We get to see this happening in real time. So you see these weird indicators appear from time to time, and some people have notoriously good timing, others have notoriously bad timing. And this chart I have for you right here is Ethereum on a weekly with the super trend here. And Ethereum doesn't have much price action history to go off. This was the start of Ethereum, and then it dumped down. I know everybody uses it for some hopium for PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex chart. Speaking of which, right, so we have Pulse up here just to show you, yes, we are going down to Goblin Town. We're already here, friends. I mean, it's gone down, hit that 85, 87, 88%. This is on Pulse from that top. We've come down, been destroyed. We need to work through these red candle zones, get this period over and done with. This is the monthly candles. We've had 3 red monthly candles here. Most likely for PulseX, it's going to finish that as well. This is obviously, it's very bad, down minus 87%. So I just want to remind you, friends, and look, this is Hex as well. Yes, we're all waiting. Everybody's coping, and you can go through the other altcoins too. Like right now, this is the total altcoin index right now. We are still grinding along this zone. We have been here before. If you want to look, we have been in this little zone here before. This was that dead zone here. We went up, went down, screw around. This was zombie virus. Are we going to get one on queue again? I don't know, but I remember doing the timing of it. It's sometime in next year we just start randomly moving up. A lot of people are still super bearish on altcoins, but hey, really, altcoins can literally triple from here and they're still bearish. That's how far down they are. It's really nothing to like get excited about. And ChainLink, for example, is also still stuck in the mental illness zone. I just want to ask you personally, Have you ever in your life seen anything like this? Like, what the hell is going on? This thing, I mean, it's, by the way, it's with every coin, friends. Hex had PulseChain, CCIP released for ChainLink here. We have Shibarium chain. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. These fundamentals don't move anything. It doesn't really matter. The fundamentals in a bear market move you to the top of the range for the insiders to just exit scam you. All right. You had staking come out here. You had CCIP, no one cares. All these things coming out, friends. This is just, it's unfortunate. That's how the game works. That's why if you can find a way in your mind to just teleport to the future and just keep thinking about the future, always say December 2025. And if we get some moves up before then, it's going to be great, right? It's so much easier to put yourself in that better state of mind rather than hoping and coping that this is going to be the next candle that goes up. And look, we all feel it. We all experience it. Yes, I always, every time I see these green candles, I'm like, man, we've been here for so long. How are there still weak hands? But it is what it is. It's just, it's not about there being weak hands with me and you or little players here. It's about there being weak hands who are still, they're the big hands, worried about the stock market, right? And the bigger whales in like PulseX, ChainLink, all these others, right? They're waiting for the upper market, the Bitcoin and Ethereum to start thrusting upwards. Then they'll get confidence. So when we look at the Ethereum chart, we don't have much history at all to go off. All we can go off is this moment in time where it poked below its weekly super trend, faked that out, and then went on to the moon run. But this is never going to happen again, ever. This was such a gargantuanly large run. I mean, you're talking about here, from here to here, yeah, you have 1,600x, friends. You're not getting that. Just good luck, you're not getting that. But what we can go off is that previous cycle. This was, unfortunately, the Mt. Gox Ponzi cycle, because we saw the big disconnect here, a big disconnect from my golden ropes, and then we had to grind it out and do a lot of poopy towns. Also, this is when Ethereum dropped minus 94%. So we are in a different zone. What's going to happen here? Not going to pretend to know, but we are still in the green zone grinding along. We're just going to need more time. We have to make it to this April 2024, the Bitcoin halving years when everything starts going up. But hey, it feels weird, man. This is cycle number 4, friends. This is why, on one hand, cycle number 4, but on the other hand, there are things we always got to think about what's the crowd thinking of right now. Because when we went down, I think I typed in one Discord randomly. I said, wouldn't it be crazy if just some good news starts coming out to go to the top? But obviously it was just a joke because I thought, well, you know, I just don't want to jinx it. It's the start of bad things to come. Every year September's bad. Just to let you know, friends, every year September's a curse year. Every single year in crypto. It's literally a down year every single year. So don't get your hopes up for September either. But hey, September is eventually going to finish, and then we move on to better green pastures, if you will. All right. So no one would have thought, oh yeah, we're all being manipulated. They just have 1, 2, 3 bad news, okay, and then get a good news to push it up. This is just we're in that phase, friends. We're in that phase of then they fight you. That's why I'm looking at this chart of Ethereum and I'm looking at this chart of Bitcoin. I know they just look like green candles, right? Green candles. But we're gonna go back to the treasure hunting chest, right? The pirate map here. They're trying to fight us. Part of fighting us includes them owning the supply without hitting market to push it up to 200K, okay? Because there's 2 ways they can buy it off you. They can just go start hitting market, friends. They can print all the money and go get their $200,000 Bitcoin, but everyone wins that way, all right? They don't want that because that'll send a signal to the world that fiat's poopy. What's another way for them to do it? Another way for them to do it is to go and release bad news at the same time and spam it in the news. And just so you know, so a lot of people ask me, how is it possible that all this news come out and they're related? Okay, but I don't think it works like that. I'm just guessing, but listen, what I would do if I was an evil overlord reptilian dude, dictator, what I would do is I would pay off the journalists. This is what they do, by the way. They pay off the journalists, and whenever bad news comes, they will save it in like a lottery. Like they have a lottery system or a ticket system, and they'll just save bad news for the week. All right. So when they want to do something, they have market makers who go and they sell. So simultaneously, they will release bad news. This is a newspaper here with bad news. They'll do it at the same time. You know how I know this? Brad Garlic Breath, the Ripple CEO, during Ripple's moves upwards in 2017, that's exactly what he did, friends. It got released in the SEC court case newsletter. Back then, What he did was he emailed. There's one little email. They never thought they'd get read, right? This was years and years and years ago. You never thought anybody's ever going to look at this. What happened was they emailed the market makers saying, hey, we're going to release some good news. As we release the news, slug it upwards. That's what he said to them. He effectively was telling the market maker, help me manipulate and groom the market into appreciating this news we're about to release. Because you know when news comes out, friends, sometimes a lot of us, we're just little peanut brains. Let's draw a little peanut here. Shout out to the peanut brains out here, okay? Because you read this news and you're like, huh? Is it good or is it bad? I don't know what's going on. That's why they have professional copywriters. They have people who can instill powerful words to make us have fear. They go, Evergrande default, $300 billion. And they also put things like Elon Musk sold. He's sold. What's interesting is when Elon Musk sells, that should actually be bullish, friends, okay? Say, God damn it, Elon. So when Elon Musk sells, friends, that's bullish because he's already done.
How fucking dare you! I am willing and able to challenge you to a goddamn duel!
That's exactly right, so he takes off his shirt here. Thank you very much, Gabby. So that's why it's interesting. When someone says they're already out and then they tell you, hey, I sold before, you're like, oh, sweet. A weak candle's already gone out of the market. That's one less person we have to move upwards. Yet for some reason, when we have this news coming out, it's bad. Why? Because we see the word sold. So that's why they understand this. They're like, hey, we can look at this. If they could train the market to accepting good news on the way up, well, why wouldn't they train the market into bad news? So what they'll do, they'll start cascading stuff and release news at the same time because everybody interprets it as bad, you know? And friends, I'm just going to finish off with a little warning for you because you already know this, right? This is the chart pattern for XRP. XRP won against the SEC, and now they freaking reversed the whole move. Like, this just hurts so much. And I made Twitter posts just to show you, unfortunately, XRP up here got some retailers. And lucky for you, I found my exact post back in July. I said, look at this, just please listen to this, friends. There is a calling out here for you. For the past 18 months, I was saying XRP beating the SEC would be a future bearish event. Why? Because you even know this, friends. I'm sharing with you right now. By the way, like, subscribe, bell button, all. Because you know, XRP people don't even really believe. Okay, they think CBDCs are going to take over. No one's using them. All right, no one's using them. They're trying to get in with cozy with the market. Yes, XRP have a strong army. They really have a strong army. But I'm talking about the weak hands. It's XRP is now entering its fourth cycle. It doesn't have new fresh stuff anymore. It's fourth cycle, man. So that's why when you remove this overhang, which is actually a bullish overhang, by the way. I know this is going to sound crazy, but beating the SEC was such a bullish thing that the next thing, you've gone over the hump now. Now what's left? It's not like everybody on crypto Twitter is racing over to use XRP. I went and I checked the XRP ledger, friends. Their DEX on the XRP ledger, their chain, is only doing $500,000 of volume per day. It's not cutting up. And it's got 40 billion plus market cap. I mean, come on, man. So that's why this is it, right? So because everyone's going to see how heavy and unadopted the coin is, XRP, there's no more good news ahead. Because now that you've been in the SEC, everyone looks like, wow, we beat the SEC, let me get long. Unfortunately, they realize the XRP gain's diminishing, right? 40 billion market cap, friends, but only $500,000 of DEX volume daily. So look at this, just literally a chat from the top, at the top. Hey, you okay? By the way, you can tell it's a girl here because there's 4 Ys. Hey, you okay? So random. But basically, I'm trying to buy crypto and I can't get into my account. Is there any way I transfer you the money? You buy it for me, please? I want to buy XRP. That's exactly what she said to this gentleman, this gentle sir. And look what it is. Exactly what's the top, friends. She's wanting to buy. She wants to go up and buy 90 cents. Now, that was exactly where the arrow is. And look where we are right now. It's painful. This game, friends, this game, when you go down lower time frames, this is the type of mess you're dealing with. And if you look at these, like, how are you to ever believe in your mind we're ever going to go up ever again? Look what we're looking at. We're looking at right down. It's a straight U-turn. They're like, doesn't this crush your bones as an XRP holder? You're like, oh my God, I've waited since December of 2020 for us to finally conquer the SEC. They're emotional. I saw there were a lot of XRP people crying on camera. I heard the Twitter spaces. There were people emotional, friends, like really emotional. It was an emphatic release. It was such a long build up, a runway of them finally, all the haters, all the deniers, they're fighting for the industry. God bless you, XRP army. And then look what happens. Look what the market does to them. It's bone crushing. It really is bone crushing. What do you do, friends? What do you do? The only thing you can do that I think is reasonable is you press M. You go here, you press M. M stands for friendship. We are Peanut Brains, friends. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mum and dad still going to make them. We appreciate all the peanuts out there. We're just going to hold out, friends. This Ethereum futures ETF. Let's hope it transfers into something good. Catch you next one.